Central, and today I want to talk about the Monster energy drink, which has now been deemed as being satanic. It's now a satanic drink. It's got the marks of Satan on it. So beware. Beware, little children, beware, teenagers. Don't buy this drink because it will take your soul. Your soul. Your soul. I'm only fucking with you. Yeah, but clearly some people out there actually believe this shit. Okay, there's a video up on YouTube which has been covered by a few YouTubers. Official GATG stuck a video up on this a couple of days ago. I'll leave his link down below. He's a cool YouTuber. Monster energy drinks are the work of Satan. Now, this video was uploaded by someone who filmed this woman at some kind of a convention or something, and she was giving her theory on what she actually believes Monster really means, you know, because we've all been under the assumption that it's just a drink, you know, it's just a harmless drink, you know, that you could drink to boost your energy levels. It's, you know, but it's, there's hidden meanings. This is all hidden shit. I mean, first off, they were going on about the M. The M. She actually believes that the M isn't an M. We've all been under this illusion that it is an M because it looks like an M. I mean, if you ask anybody on the street, and whenever I look at this, I always assume that this is an M. But if you look very, very closely, she claims that, if you look very closely here, that none of these are actually connected to each other. So really what you're looking at is three lines. And these three lines, if you take a certain letter in Hebrew, I think it's something like valve or something like alv or something like that, each of those letters stands for the numbers 666, which, as we all know from watching The Omen, is the number of the beast. Okay, let's carry on. Okay, so then you actually take a look at the monster underneath in silver. As you can see, the next part she picked up on was, why is there a cross in the O? As you can see, all the letters are normal apart from the O. It seems to have a cross embedded in it. And she states, what does Jesus Christ have to do with an energy drink? I feel so stupid. I mean, how the fuck did I not understand or see these signs earlier? How did I miss the signs? How could I miss them? Then she starts going on about some labelling on the can, which if you look at the bottom of some cans, it has BFC, which stands for big fucking can. I assumed that this was a big fucking can, but clearly I was wrong. It looks pretty big, but regardless what that has to do with anything. And then she goes and looks at the box where, if you buy them in bulk, it's got MILF wrote on the box. Fuck knows what that's got to do with anything. And she goes to the next point of stating that it's not a Christian company that do monster drinks. It's not a Christian company who actually sell them or make them. So why would they have a cross, the sign of Jesus Christ, in it for? And the reason is because this drink was made and created by Satan. But you see, that's a very, very weak argument, because she states that the drink was created and made by Satan, where all she had to do was look at the back of the fucking can herself, and she would have realised that the drink was actually made in 2014 Monster Energy Company, manufactured in the EU under the authority of Monster Energy Limited. You see, it's on the back. She's here quoting bullshit and she thinks it's made by Satan. Just look on the back of the can. It states where it's made. Simples. So, let me just break this down for you one more time in case you didn't understand what you just witnessed me saying there. The cross, sign of the Antichrist. 666 in Hebrew. It's the devil's juice. Don't fucking buy it. It will lead you astray. You will give in to temptations that you've never ever wanted before. It's the devil's juice. Only 99 cents from your local shop. And then at the end of the video she decides to say, don't worry about the M, even if the M wasn't there. Just take a look at the cross. What does that stand for? Well, that stands for witchcraft, when the cross is upside down. As you can see, it's upside down. So whenever you open a can up and you take a swig out of your lovely drink and you drink it, the cross turns upside down, and that's when Satan gets your soul. Remember that, kids, Satan will get you. Now, my personal opinions on this and beliefs are that everything that came out of this woman's mouth is complete and utter total bollocks. This woman is what you call, in today's society, well, in any fucking society, a classic nut job. She is fucking crazy. She's cuckoo, you see. Every decade you get these kind of crazy fuck nuggets that they want things, they go out of their way to try and get things banned. They go out of their way to try and break certain things down because they're so fucking twisted in the head. You know, you had all this shit in the 80s when, you know, like when AC/DC back in the 80s, you had all these religious nutjobs that wanted to get steamrollers, and they were steamrolling over their records believing that they were actually fighting a good fight, and they wanted to ban AC/DC, they wanted to ban music, they wanted to ban heavy metal. You know, it's the same kind of wankers that jumped on the whole bandwagon of the PMRC back in the 80s, where they wanted to put censorship and censor everything, because everything was all kind of music, like rap music, anything was swearing in it, it was all the devil's music. It's all a load of bullshit. These people are fucking crazy. What they usually do is they look on the tins of stuff like this and they'll read everything, they'll go through the whole fucking lot, and it doesn't make a difference what's on the can. They'll find something and they'll make up some kind of, they'll exaggerate a complete bullshit story just to try and prove a point that doesn't even exist. I mean, for example, their can doesn't have what my can has, because this was bought in London. This has an advertisement for Call of Duty. Now, as you know, Call of Duty is an extremely popular computer game. But what would they say about Call of Duty? If it was in front of them, they'd make up a story about Call of Duty destroying children's minds. They would have wrote Call of Duty into it, and they would have added it to their story to try and make an even bigger point that doesn't even exist. They're total fucking head cases, a lot of them. Okay, so crazy people, nut jobs. Now, I want to state in this part of the video that I'm not actually talking about all religious people here. I'm just talking about, you know, there's actually religious people who actually despise people like this, because these are the kind of people that give religious people a bad fucking name. A lot of people practice religion, they do it peacefully. You know, they don't stir up this kind of bullshit talking about Satan. Satan's going to get you and Satan will take your soul. These kind of people are fucking crazy, man. There's nothing wrong with religious people. You want to practice it peacefully, and, you know, but when you start coming out with this kind of gibberish, and that's all it is, it's pure piffle shit gibberish, you're giving all religion's a bad fucking name, you know. But so I'm not generalising the whole of everybody religious. I just want to make a point of that. I just want to get back into the whole heavy metal thing here. This was a record which I've had for years. This is Judas Priest. This is called Stained Class. This was a record from 1978. And I love my heavy metal. This is the actual cover here. And there was a song on this. It was called Better By You, Better Than Me by Judas Priest. And it was a song which I guess two teenagers in 1985 took literally, where they started playing the record backwards. Fuck knows where they got the idea of that, right? But they started playing the record backwards, and they started listening to it, and then they believed that they heard the words "do it" on it, and they both decided to go down to a park and, I guess, blow their fucking brains out. One of them actually did blow his brains out. The other one actually lived. But you kind of wonder what goes through these kind of fuck nuggets' mind. These are crazy people that they try and destroy music for everybody else. They try and, like this woman, she's trying to destroy energy drinks. I mean, what the fuck is an energy drink going to do? When you get an energy drink, you bring it home, glug glug glug, you drink it, you throw the fucking thing in the bin. I mean, people aren't just going to buy an energy drink and all of a sudden drink it and get roped into fucking Satan and start, I don't know, drawing patterns on the floor and start worshipping the fucking devil, are they? I mean, it's total bullshit. But it's the same with these these two teenagers who decided to commit suicide because they claimed that playing a record backwards, and you listen to something long enough, you know, if I played a Judas Priest record backwards, which I did, I actually played this record backwards after I bought it, just to see, you know, whether it actually did say. They reckon when you play it backwards, it says, do it, do it, do it. Do what? It didn't even clarify what the fuck, you know, it was asking them to do. Well, do it. It must mean kill myself. Get your shotgun, David, okay? Get your shotgun. We'll put them underneath our chin in the park and boom! One of them died, the other one didn't. But funnily enough, the other one that didn't die took an overdose of pills 3 years later because he was severely depressed. So clearly had nothing to do with the fucking music. They just wanted to use it as an excuse. And then Rob Halford actually gets brought, the lead singer of Judas Priest, actually got brought to fucking court. And he was made sing in a court and prove that there wasn't any subliminal messages when you played the record backwards. I played this record backwards. I went out and bought the record and I played this record backwards. Funnily enough, I didn't actually scratch it or anything, but when I played it backwards, I listened to it for about 20 minutes playing it backwards. I heard fuck all. Total grade A bollocks. Yeah, Rob Halford from Judas Priest was actually in court trying to defend Judas Priest's good name and trying to claim that there was no hidden subliminal messages when you play the record backwards, considering that the song wasn't even wrote by Judas Priest. It was wrote by a band called Spooky Tooth, who were another band, and it was written in 1969, years earlier. Begs belief. It really fucking does. But yeah, they've got him in courtroom and they're challenging the certain way he sings and his voice levels to make sure that it wouldn't have been played backwards and you wouldn't have heard that do it and all this. It's just total fucking shit. This is the crazy shit that goes around people's heads, that they actually brought it to court in the first place. It's beyond the joke. Then 1 year later, a movie comes out which is called, I've actually got the record for this one, it's called Trick or Treat, which had a load of songs by a group in it called Fastway. But this was basically about a kid who played his heavy metal music backwards. Well, he played a record backwards, and the guy in it, who's called Sammy Kerr, the guy there with the snake, he actually comes out of, when he plays the record backwards, this kid plays the record backwards, Sammy Kerr comes out and he starts wreaking fucking havoc. It's a great movie. It's called Trick or Treat. But funnily enough, that actually came out 1 year after, which may have very well been influenced by the events of Judas Priest. While I'm here, I'll just show you one more record which I have treasured for years. I love this. This is a great film and a great soundtrack. It's called Shocker, about old Horace Pinker, who travels through electric and goes around killing people. Very, very cool film. Has a great soundtrack. It's got Megadeth, Alice Cooper, No More Mr. Nice Guy. Classic heavy metal. Okay, so Monster Drink. Regardless of what this actual, I guess, artwork looks like and what these little designs actually do mean, I mean, they could have made all of this look a little bit horror, you know, like Halloween. You know, when you see all the Halloween shit out of Halloween, they make it look a little bit more spooky because the drink's called Monster, so they're going to make it look a little bit more monstery or whatever. It's just a design, you know. It's like a movie where they'll make a movie poster, or they'll make it a certain way to make it look a little bit more Halloweeny, a little bit more horror-y. It's the same with this. They've just made the design look a little bit more, a little more growly, you know. That's all it is. But when you actually, these kind of people actually believe that they're manufactured by Satan and they're out to get you, and Satan will grab your soul, and this is the way they think. Just think about this. How can people actually believe this kind of shit? Really? It begs fucking belief. Go out, get your monster drink, drink it, throw the can away, enjoy it like a drink's supposed to be drunk. Same with your movies. Yeah, same with your music. Listen to your music. Don't buy into any of this bullshit, because that's all it is. It's just bullshit. Just enjoy it. Enjoy your life. Thanks for watching, guys. I shall see you in the next video. This is Watchdog Central beaming out.